Welcome back to CNN Headline News. I'm Colin Spencer. You might remember him from the popular 60s TV series, The Monkees. Well, a former band member, Peter Tork's got a new gig and a new CD. Headline News anchor Christy Paul spoke with Peter this week.
Hey, hey, Peter Tork is back. You might remember him as one of the Monkees, singing such hits as Daydream Believer and Last Train to Clarksville. Now he's pounding the pavement with a band called Suede Blues. He's joining us now from New York to talk about his latest music venture. Hello, Peter. How are you?
Christy, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I guess we can bet what is on this album, we should say, with the blues.
Well, to some extent, it's a pretty broad range of things. I think we do a couple of Chicago-style blues, one or two new ones, a gospel-y tune written for us, some old R&B, and some modern blues too.
Okay,
so kind of, but there's no Monkee songs. No Monkee songs.
Well, and that's disappointing to some folks, but we do want to take a listen here real quickly to I think one of the songs from the CD. Let's listen.
Scary, the colors of your life. Something you've got to choose, and I am saved by the blues. Well, when I was...
Okay, now Peter, I saw Hound Dog is on here as well. Is this an indication that there's an Elvis fan in this group?
It is, but we don't do the Elvis version. We do the older Big Mama May Thornton version. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Quite different.
This is it. Now, are they, and you did such a good job there. Are these original tunes mostly? Well, or obviously there's some covers, but do we have a lot of original songs?
Three or four, I think. The title song was written for us by our friend Stephen Levine. It's a gospel-style song. Our former band member Tad Gallerin wrote "Kiss and Tell" and "Cab Driver."
All right.
Along, you know, and I couldn't let go without mentioning John Palmer and Richard Michaels and Michael Sunday, the current band members.
Now, Peter, speaking of band members, you and your former Monkee band members were somewhat of the American Idol of the 60s. Is that correct? Because you were brought onto a TV show not as a band, and then you exploded into this popular band. Would that be correct?
When were you born?
No. Well, I was born after that, but I do remember the reruns of the show, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yes, we were, well, the producers actually, I'm sure, believed and hoped that we'd be able to be making our own records in due course. They chose, I think one of the reasons they chose me was because I had a musical background, among other things. But yeah, we had to do the TV show. That was first. If we couldn't do a TV show, the records didn't matter. So we did the TV show, and they kind of knocked off a factory musical assembly line for the first couple of albums before we could get around to making our own albums. But we did eventually.
It sure did. And Peter, very quickly, any Monkees reunion in the future?
Very unlikely. But we do Monkee songs during the Suede Blues shows. So we're on an East Coast tour. You guys, you know, we're at the Cutting Room in New York tonight, and Maynard, Mass, and Mohegan Sun Casino in Boston, and a couple of... Okay, that's fast enough.
All right, Peter Tork, so appreciate you coming by. Thank you so much, sir. Best of luck to you.
Thanks so much for having me.
There's more violence aimed at U.S. troops in Iraq. Details in 2 minutes. I'm Colin Spencer, and this is CNN Headline News.